Hello. Oh, this is the new one. Hello, everybody. Nice that you are here. We have about 9 people with us. Some already greeting us in the chat. Yeah, today a very special event. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. We're doing it in English. Premiere. I will also go into the channeling state. Hopefully everything will come through translated. And greetings to you, Sean. It's so nice that you are here directly from Hawaii joining us here.
Greetings. Yeah. Happy to be here.
For you
Bringing
first time.
The aloha energy.
For you first time on Twitch as well, no?
It is. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just getting a sense of feel for how it all comes together on Twitch. Yeah.
Yes, that's so nice. So let us ask the viewers. Hello again to everybody. Is our audio quality good? Can you hear me? Can you hear Sean? Is the stream lagging? Are we fluidly moving? How does it look? If you could give us a quick feedback of audio quality. Okay, thank you, Alex. Audio as well. All good. Nice. Okay. Oh,
Hey.
look, You did an answer to a specific person. How did you do that? I've never seen it.
Did it just go to him, or you all see that?
Okay.
Does
I,
everybody see it, or just
you can click the name and then you can write personal answers.
yeah?
Ah, okay. Nice. Audio is good. Okay, seems to be working. Um, nice. Okay. So this is the first time we're doing this. I'm excitement is building in my chest and my solar plexus. I
Oh,
created
cool.
this wonderful new setup here on Twitch. Hope you like it, where I can host now people. And yesterday we already met, me and Sean, and I had a brief idea. So let's see if it will manifest like this. So I will go in the channeling state first. If I meet Aishwa somehow all of a sudden, it would also be fine. But the idea yesterday was that I'm going first, bringing through Marcus' energy, and then I would come back. Maybe we have a little break or not. Let's see how it goes, how long it will be. Maybe Sean will interact with Marcus spontaneously, maybe not. And then Sean would go in the channeling state and bring through Aishwa from the Yael, and I would be moderating. So Sean is open, and I'm sure Aishwa too, for your questions. So as soon as Sean does his part, you can write your questions, and then I can ask them. I don't know if we'll be able to do all of them, so I will randomly choose with synchronization. And that was the idea for today. And if we have fun, if you guys like it, maybe we can do it more regularly. If Sean also enjoys it, of course, I'm already doing this now for some time now on Twitch, and I definitely enjoy it. So, yeah, Sean, anything you want to share still?
Hey, this is going to be a good time, guys. Looking forward to it. Good to have you all here. So, yeah, just jump in when time is. If he opens up to some questions, or when I'm channeling Aisha of the YahYel, yeah, whatever your questions you guys might have, or any sharings you might have, any experiences you've had you want to share with the group, jump right in when the time's available to do that. Yeah.
Good. Then, if there's nothing more, spontaneously, the chat is going crazy.
Yes.
And I think we can just start. And my usual routine that I will need some minutes to enter the state. I'm not as fast as other channelers, so I will be doing my tuning. Could get a little bit loud, but I have my things set up for the microphone that it's not gonna be like clipping or making weird noises. So the audience, most of you know what will come, and Sean, maybe you'll be a little bit surprised, but just relax and yeah, there will be about
Spacecrafts,
yeah,
levitation.
will be
Oh, really?
about some minutes now to relax, meditate, do whatever. Still go to the bathroom, get a water, whatever you want to do, and then it will be clear when Marcus is here. Okay, let's do it. Are you ready?
Ready.
Hello! Greetings to you, Earth humans! We thank you for this co-creation, this bubble of consciousness that is now available, opened up, in which we, the Yael civilization, and me, Markus Samu, LLE, can interact with you in your here and now moment. We have gathered, you could say, together today in a special place, special moment, special occasion. We are amplifying the energies today a little bit, so there will not just be me coming through to you through your internet collective consciousness, you could say, but also another member later on in your linear time perspective, Earth humans. First of all, we want to send to you our unconditional love for who you are, for your bravery, for everything you are giving to make this moment happen, for your emotions, your thoughts, your psychic abilities, you could say, your input into this channeling that you are receiving now. So you can understand that you are all channeling right now together our energies, and you are using in this moment this physical earth human body to receive our energy, and later on another physical body. But it is something that you are truly co-creating as well, earth humans, everybody that is participating in this moment, and maybe even later on when you will watch the replay of this transmission. Humanity on the edge of contact. What does this mean, Earth humans? What is happening to you? So from our perspective, from my perspective, energies will not only be amplified today in this transmission, you could say, in this channeling, but also throughout of your year of 2026 as you count years to be. So be prepared, if you wish, for moments that you will also co-create that might seem like they are coming to you from the outside, but you can always be assured that this is something you have agreed upon, maybe during your life, maybe even before you chose to incarnate on planet Earth as an Earth human. So you can let go, you can relax into everything that will be happening this year and beyond. It is something you are prepared for, you will be even more prepared for, and it can get a little bit overwhelming, maybe here and there. Maybe you will realize that what you have, if you wish, been conditioned to believe for many of your Earth years, starting as a toddler, as a child, and growing up in an educational system that is very limited, that is not bad at all in itself. It's just that it's teaching you limiting beliefs of being isolated on a rock in space, if you wish, and very lonely. But it's not what is actually happening, Earth humans, and that's why we are here and you are co-creating this moment, because you are raising your vibration and raising your desires to interact with other, if you wish, intelligent life forms, even though your species on planet Earth, which you call animals, are also very intelligent, very emotional, and you will begin to realize this more and more. But what we want to get into is that there might be changes in the way you perceive reality coming to you this year, in which you will realize that you are more than just an Earth human. You will perceive yourself more and more to be a soul, truly, naturally, ever existing, that's having a human experience. And when you start to shift your perception of being a physical being that might have a soul to having a soul or being a soul that has a body, there might be things that will be quite new to you. And it might feel to you as if you are losing maybe your personality for a little bit. You are maybe losing your mind for a little bit. It might become a little bit scary because it can feel like free falling out of your body and you are wondering what's going on, where's my body, where am I now? But this is you deciding to make experiences in the astral realm, in more, should we say, less dense realities, and therefore it will challenge what you have felt and lived before as an earth human. But this is just you yourself again deciding to raise your vibration from many levels, and it's also us coming closer to you because we can see also your unconscious and subconscious beliefs, and they are telling us to come closer. There are many of you who are listening now that are already aware of that fully consciously start to invite us more and more, integrate us, be curious about what's going to happen, that are very active in the process of creating open contact, if you wish. And there are some who are doing this unconscious, subconsciously, but it is many humans who are doing this. And for us, it's great joy because we know you Earth humans. We have lived together before and will in the future. So, again, if you start to experience yourself more as an etheric being all of a sudden, don't be afraid. If you invite us consciously and you start to drift a little bit away from your day-to-day consciousness, don't be afraid. Everything will be fine. You will eventually return. You will densify again. You will ground yourself again. But we want to give you a little heads up of what might to come very soon for you, and just want you to know that you can relax, Earth humans. Try to stay relaxed, try to trust in yourself, in your true nature as an indestructible soul that you really truly are. So there's nothing at the end of the day to be afraid of. So now, before we will continue in a little bit different direction, we will offer you what we will term a Yael shower. So if you want to join in, if you want to receive this shower, then make it comfortable for yourself wherever you are. There needs to be nothing special done. You can lay, you can sit, you can do whatever you want, but try to relax your body. Take a deep breath in and let it out. Naturally, not pushing it out, just naturally let the air float out of your body. And when you get to the end of your capacity, then let your body breathe in for you. And slow down a little bit the energies. Let go of density, if you wish, of thoughts you might still have about your day, about tomorrow, about yesterday, and arrive in this here now that is very special. For every now is very special. But the more you are able to let yourself fall into unconditional love, which is existence, the more you can relax and enjoy, if you wish, your present here now in any given moment, Earth humans. And if you really want to start this journey together with us of creating open contact with the Yael civilization in particular, then you can now affirm for yourself, I receive a Yael shower. If you wish to do it that way, you can phrase it different, you can think that, you can talk it for yourself, you can talk it out loud, but create that intention that you are now ready to receive a little bit more, an amplification of our energy. Allow us with that to come even closer to you, to interact with you energetically a little bit more in this here and now moment. Consciously invite the Yael and their energy into your space, into your awareness, your body awareness, your emotional awareness, your mental awareness, your etheric awareness. Use this opportunity now to invite more of our energies into your system, if you wish, into your beingness that's unconditionally loved at all times. It is immensely of beauty to watch you, Earth human, in this here and now moment, connecting yourself through your higher selves with the cosmos, you could say, with our energy, merging, playfully interacting with each other, merging our fields of consciousness, our perceptions of reality into another one, into a third kind in which we will meet. Physically, if you wish. Remember that you are a free being, you have free will. You can always decide to do different if you want, but like I have shared in the beginning, we see that some of you have decided this even before this incarnation, and it would be extremely difficult to change path now. And you have come extremely far. So you can dive more and more into the excitement that finally what you have decided as a soul to experience is coming true. For you, Earth humans, how exciting! Contact with extraterrestrials. Contact with us, the Yael, with me, Marcus Samu LNE. Is that exciting to you, I ask you? If it is, then continue to dive into that idea. Let it happen, allowing yourself to let more and more of this energy be manifested for you in your reality that is a bit more physical, bit more dense than what we would call our daily, day-to-day consciousness. How do you feel, Earth humans? How do you feel in this moment? Is this something that relaxes you, that brings you joy? Be authentic with yourself, and if so, continue to play with this energy, to invite us, to invite your favorite Yael. Maybe there's other Yael that you are aware of, and then you can invite them. Maybe there's what some have labeled as counterparts, another string of your energy stream coming from soul that is incarnated simultaneously as in Yael. There are quite a few of them around to connect with, but it can be other Yael as well. Thank you so much for receiving this energetic shower, dear Earth humans. You can now, if you haven't done it already, open your eyes, stretch a little bit your body if you want. Feel your fingers, feel your heart, feel your feet. Feel yourself, your personality, your human beingness. And thank you once more for co-creating this moment, for merging consciously with the YahYel collective consciousness, for being brave as you are, to go on this journey, to continue your mission if you wish. For we cannot wait, how you would say in your terms, Earth humans, to be able to interact more and more with you, to have you back as physical beings in our reality, to have you back with many other extraterrestrials that also form as, if you want, an alliance together of peace, of joy, of harmony, of exploring, of being, of unconditional love. It is very exciting to be part of this interstellar alliance, if you wish, and if that is what you also wish to be happening in your reality, then stay on track, is what we say. Don't let up now. Be free to be your true self, be free to act out of joy, and if that includes our present, then start living it more and more. Express yourself to the outside more and more that you're excited about this idea of meeting extraterrestrials. Don't be afraid of other humans' opinion, because you, especially you that are tuned in now or a little bit later to this transmission, have the capability to accelerate this process or slow it down very much. So go as you please, for you are one of the signs, one of the levels, if you want, that we can read how ready you are. And you are very key to this manifestation. So thank you one more time, Earth humans. It is of great pleasure connecting with you through this experience of channeling, but also in the other ways we do. You bring us a lot of joy all the time, watching you, being with you, connecting with you, listening to you, analyzing you, just being part as much as we can from our side in your life, in your way to manifest reality. It's always a great pleasure. Thank you one more time, Earth humans. Lots of love to you, and we will now leave this earth human body for now, and we'll be coming back to you through another one very soon. Thank you and see you. We
Welcome back.
still here. Okay. Wow, that was intense. Wow.
Nice.
Wow, it's a little bit wavy for me right now. But it's fine, it's fine. But wow, that was special, yeah. A little bit different than usual.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, how many? Still 9 people. So I guess everybody stayed. Was able to go along. Good. Johannes. Okay, how are you feeling now? Could you participate a little bit? Were you drifting off in your own perception, or were you present?
Yeah, I was feeling the energies. It was coming through strong.
Nice, nice. Okay, do you want to do a little break, or do you want to continue? For me, everything's fine.
I don't need a break right now. No.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how are you guys feeling? Gladly received the shower. Nice. Johannes. Everything fine? Still here, or somebody has an Yael already in their room? An energy sensation. Okay, nice. Okay, so I give it up to you, Sean. And then, if there will be question coming, I can read them to you in your channeling state. And then Aishwa can pick up on it. Or you just do your thing, like we have talked. A place of joy, a place of freedom, of fun. So just do your thing. And once more, thank you for being here, also as Sean.
All right. Happy to be here. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll just step aside and see where Aisha is going with this at this timing. Okay. Wonderful to be here with you all in these blending moments together in this day of our timing. Together we can explore some ideas through our heart and our mind, through the infinite, through the unconditional love that is all of our actual nature. So, A little bit of a metaphysical ideas here to begin with. Yes, the idea you exist as unconditional love. That is all that exists, unconditional love. It exists as unconditional love, and this is you. An expression, experiencing yourself seemingly just as a part of a larger body of life, of people, of ways of experiencing the world around you, perhaps, but it is all you because it all exists, and existence is being then the only thing that actually exists. And all of the ways that you experience life, those experiences exist, and they all then contain the same one thing, foundationally, existence or unconditional love. So, in that sense, the one unconditional love expresses itself in an infinite number of ways. And to have an experience this one way is always changing, so that you have an experience that something is occurring from a moment ago to now to what's coming next. And as the perception of change takes place for you, it gives you the sense that there is something happening. But what you are doing is tuning into another aspect of the infinite unconditional love that is always right here. All that is the one existence expresses and experiences itself in an infinite number of ways, because it is always going from all of the one existence to seemingly different sections or parts of the one that exist in an infinite number of ways. The one unconditional love that exists in an infinite number of ways. And with your consciousness, you move to these different other ways that existence is existing in this moment. You put them together in a sense, like connecting dots, if you will, on a page, on paper, but it is a multidimensional page. And you are connecting different existing, pre-existing, simultaneously existing aspects of the infinite, each having a little different perspective, a little different point of view, a little different way of experiencing, perceiving, seeing the one existence that is unconditional love. And when you start connecting these dots, connecting these other aspects of the one, bringing them together simultaneously in how you experience them one after the other in succession, you have experiences of the life of this moment unfolding for you. But they all always exist right here and now. The ones you experienced in the past, they still exist right here. All of those moments of expressions of the infinite, of the one, unconditional love. As though each experience is a piece of the one. Each experience you have exists, so it is like a piece, an ingredient in the life and the moment that you are having. And you put those pieces together and have this experience. You have this experience. And you can have this experience of a moment that you experienced seemingly in the past, which you do with the experience of the mind, creating the idea that there is a past, present, and future. Those experiences exist as pieces in this moment. The piece that you had an experience in the past, and the piece of what you're experiencing now, and the piece of experience that existed is in the future coming to you. They all exist, and you are connecting them like connecting dots, one after the other, in ways that for you are the most fulfilling, the most enjoyable, based on what you currently define as most enjoyable, most fulfilling, the closest to pleasure and farthest from pain. It is like a magnetic attractor, how you define the most pleasurable and least painful, that tunes you into the next piece of the infinite, of experience that you merge with, you connect with, that you connect to, and then experience as this moment or this moment. And knowing that there are other moments ahead of you in the future, that also is a piece of experience that you are tuning into in this moment, to have the experience that there is a future coming to you. This is part of the mind that you are gifted with in this lifetime, to be able to move from one piece of existence to another and put them together in a sense, like pictures, experiential pictures that are rapidly unfolding as they zip through your experience, One piece of the infinite, one piece of experience after another. And you do this in ways that make sense. They fit. All of these moments fit for you in a sense. So there is a congruent experience you are having. And you create that congruence with the gift of your mind, the power of your mind, of your consciousness, of the individual soul that you are. Even while your individual soul is connected to all of the other people's souls, for that is all one soul when you get right into it, right down to it. One soul that expresses itself in an infinite number of souls, people, individuals, forms of life. So there are all of these infinite pieces of experience, of consciousness that are just existing within this one moment of existence. And they can express themselves in different thoughts, feelings, ideas, people, buildings, trees, clouds, skies, planets, solar systems, galaxies, universes, mathematical formulas, philosophical ideas, forms of food, depth of laughter or sadness or pain or depression or excitement or fascination. All of these are pieces of existence. And each one of these exists in an infinite number of ways that are always changing in terms of how you can experience and tune into them and pull them through your experience of this moment, and this moment, and this moment. In each moment, in this moment, exists this one existence, unconditional love. Infinite number of ways that it exists in this moment. I am one of them. You are one of them. Anything you look at is one of these pieces of the infinite that contains all of it. Each piece, whether you laugh, you say something, you hear something, somebody else says something, those are all pieces of the infinite. And each one of them contains the infinite within them. The idea that all, the sum of them together form the one that is the all that is the one. That is unconditional love. And how this functions is complex. It is infinitely complex how this functions. And while you have people and scientists and minds and explorational beings, explorers, adventurers, experiencers, delving into how does this all work? Well, it works in a complex, infinite number of ways because each piece of the one contains a creative capacity to how it functions and is part of how it is functioning. And how it is functioning, each of these pieces doing their functioning is always changing. So how the infinite does what it does is infinite and it is always changing. But in that, you can construct around you the ideas that we have the formula now. We have the theory that explains it all. We've got it all packaged up. The big picture, we got it now. You can create boundaries to create that idea. Oh, we got it all now. But that is just serving this boundaries that you've created yourself to be in. And an example of a boundary would be, let's say, a language. Let's say you speak English. And that is a boundary you live in, communicating in English. Someday you might encounter other people who speak a different language. You see them communicating in a different language, but you aren't a part of it in a sense because you can't communicate with it. So when you have scientists or philosophers or this individual or that individual who has this theory or this formula or this understanding, it's like they have created, in a sense, like the English language around them. And within that realm of the English language, they have it all put together and they understand it all. But if they expand and open up a little bit, they'll start to hear someone speaking a different language. In a sense, they'll start to realize, wait a minute, there's other formulas or philosophies or theories about how this existence functions that are, oh, well, that's outside of this theory or formula that I had. It's beyond that. And it seems to work because there are people speaking that other language. There are life forms living and expressing in that other formula and theory and concept and idea. Well, you can shut the door on that and say, well, that isn't the real or the right one. You can say those people speaking that language, it's just gibberish. They're just pretending to communicate and have a good time with that other, whatever it is, other language you call it, sure. Or you can open up to the idea, hey, it's another language. There's another way of experiencing life. Hey, there's other theories and formulas that work in other ways of expressing the infinite that we all are. So you can have fun trying to get in touch with what it all is and how it all functions, what the big picture is, and you got it all in this bookshelf or on your desk or on a paper that you've written on your computer or in your mind. You got it all put together. But then you start to realize as you open up, there is more to this. And if you're willing to accept that maybe you don't have it all, then you get to go into another aspect, another realm of the infinite that is in alignment with your actual nature. And the more you allow yourself not to be contained, but to go out and explore more of the infinite, the more relaxed you're going to feel in every moment because it's more in alignment with your actual nature. More tuned to the infinite that you are allows you not to have to create barriers, not to say English is the only language. To say there are perhaps an infinite number of language, an infinite number of the big picture formulas, whether it's physics or science or metaphysics or multidimensional physics. Just letting yourself to know there are an infinite number of explanations, then it allows you to relax and be more open to tuning into those that are going to be most applicable and useful and functional for you in this moment. For your mind, heart wisdom mind, your mental mind that experiences physical reality, and your heart mind that tunes into more and more of the infinite simultaneous selves that you are, that has access to more and more experiences of the infinite that you are than your mental mind can tune into. This mind is fascinating and infinite in its capacity to bring to you the perfect moment, the perfect theory, the perfect idea, the perfect formula, the perfect language in each moment that will be most fulfilling and enjoyable for you in each moment. Trust in that, allow that, invite that experience, invite the answers of existence, invite the formulas, invite the theories, invite those that will be most fulfilling and useful for you to come through you, to be serving you in each moment, so that you can have the most fulfilling, pleasurable, least painful experiences in each moment. Invite that, and then in the invitation, let yourself state that it is happening for you. You are more and more tuning into the perfect idea, the perfect formula, the perfect theory, the perfect scientific or mathematical formula or construct, or personal opinions, or facts, or truths. You are tuning into the ones that are most in alignment with your highest fulfilling nature in each moment. You are. Tell yourself more and more you are experiencing life in this way. And it allows you, therefore, to more in each moment be truly in tune with that which is in resonance with the one that is the all that is the one. That is you eternally as unconditional love. And that allows you then to experience in each moment that which would be of highest fulfillment. And there is no limit to the fulfillment you can experience in the most fulfilling ways, meaningful ways, purpose-filled ways for you. Let yourself decide you are experiencing life in these ways, the ways that are each moment going to be the most fulfilling without limits, the most fascinating without limits. And allow others to choose their ideas in ways that for them serve them. Even though, yes, on the oneness of foundation of your actual nature, they are you from different points of view. Accept that there are versions of you that have different ideas and different perspectives and want to experience things differently. They define highest pleasure and least pain in different ways. When I say highest pleasure and least pain, it is because existence that is aware of its existing always puts out its next, what it wants to experience next, based on what it perceives as closest to pleasure and farthest from pain. And what is pleasurable and pain for you or anyone else is changing always. There is no one definition that applies to each of the all that forms the one that is the all. You, as the experience you are having, gets to decide what is most pleasurable and least painful for you. But each that is existing and experiencing and is aware of its existence chooses what it's going to experience next by putting out what it perceives as closest to pleasure and farthest from pain. And that then it is defining what is pleasurable and painful on your conscious level and your subconscious levels and your superconscious levels, which you perhaps are not aware of, the subconscious levels of what you are defining as most pleasurable and least painful. Or on your superconscious levels, you may not be aware of what you're defining as most pleasurable and least painful. But on your conscious level, you know more likely what feels good and what you don't want to have any more a part of, in a sense. So let yourself decide that your superconscious and your subconscious levels of deciding what is most pleasurable and least painful are getting through to your experiential consciousness, this conscious that is aware of what I am saying right now, so that your conscious level can have definitions of greatest pleasure and least pain that are in alignment with this deeper subconscious knowing, superconscious knowing, that does know what is going to be the most pleasurable and least painful for you from that which is available for you, from the multi-parallel dimensions available for you to be tuning into in any given moment. For in each moment, there are parallel versions of you, multiple versions of you, and the ones that are, in a sense, more pleasurable and less painful, your heart wisdom, your subconscious, your superconscious knows how to tune you into them, and does this by bringing to you feelings and experiences of joy, of happiness, fulfillment, peacefulness, laughter, nurturing, nurturement, feeling nurtured, feeling nourished. So the way to allow your conscious mind, experiential mind, to tune in more to the subconscious and superconscious definitions of greatest pleasure and least pain is to follow their guidance in each moment as best you can, which you can say is a feeling often spoken of as your heart. Follow your heart. Your heart's wisdom, your heart's intelligence, your subconscious, superconscious, higher self, inner self, however you want to call this, knows what would be defined as the highest pleasure and least pain for you in each and every moment. And since everything that is aware is creating its next experience based on what it perceives as closest to pleasure and farthest from pain, you getting in touch with that from the deeper levels of your creator causal level of experiencing is going to allow the conscious version of you, the aware version of you, the mental version of you, the physical experiential version of you, to get in tune with that more, to be more in resonance with the depths of your true unconditionally loving nature that creates from these deeper depths that are deeper but are also more expansive, that go deep but go expansive, that are here but are there also, that are in the present but in the past and the future also. The subconscious, superconscious levels of you that know what is most pleasurable and least painful for you, here and now, there and there, past, future, present, in the depths and in the expansiveness, knows, because it is experiencing it. Not because there is a formula or a theory, but because it is being experienced. And if you want to experience that, you can tune into those versions of you that are experiencing it by tuning yourself more into those higher, enjoyable, fulfilling, fascinating versions of you, which you do by allowing them to seep in through your physical mind's awareness to your awareness. So you're actually reaching into these other dimensionality, other versions of you that always exist here and now, and letting those experiences, that those higher versions of you that are having a greater, deeper, more nourishing experience of greater pleasure and least pain, you're letting them flow into your experiences, come into you, be a part of your experience. You're not cutting them off. You're not shutting them off. You're not walling yourself in with limited ideas such as the Creator is greater than you. That is a limiting idea that separates you from the greater potential that is you, that is the infinite, that is the one, that is the all. You shut yourself off from allowing those versions to flow into you. When you have a belief, an illusory belief, such as there is a creator that is outside of me, that is greater than me. Nothing can be outside of existence. Anything that exists is existence. There isn't anything outside of existence that is greater than existence. You exist. There is nothing outside of you that is greater than you. There are aspects of you that are perhaps creating on levels that you aren't letting yourself be aware of yet or accept yet, but don't shut them off by saying you don't ever have access to them because they are more holy or more righteous than you. That would be a belief that shuts you off, this aversion of you from experiencing that. So while many people in your world still shut themselves off, thinking there is a force or intelligence outside and greater than them, you don't have to do that. Doing that, shutting yourself off, limits you and allows yourself to have limiting experiences that are in resonance with the idea of being limited. And limiting feelings are things like sadness, feeling like something is missing in your life, feeling like there's something more to life that you just can't touch, you can't feel yet. And one of the ways you can come into having that experience is having a belief that there are things that are greater than you or outside of you, that you can't ever be, or that you're not worthy of yet. You have to do things to earn that level of righteousness or holiness or heavenliness or godliness. Don't shut yourself off if you want to tune into the infinite, the creatorship that you actually are. The one existence that you are as unconditional love is eternal. You exist eternally as unconditional love. Unconditional love is then that which is the consciousness that allows us, me, you, to have experience of being aware, of being alive. Unconditional love The existence that you eternally are does this in, as I said before, the most complex of ways, but in yet it is very simple at the same time. Unconditional love functions. You function eternally as unconditional love by supporting yourself. The experience you are having because you are supporting this experience. You are giving yourself this experience you are having in each moment. All of the pieces of existence contain this ability because all of the pieces of existence are unconditional love. The one unconditional love that expresses itself in an infinite number of ways. The all that together are the one unconditional love. This is you, always, because you're the one that exists eternally, infinitely, functioning in this way as unconditional love. Supporting yourself, loving yourself, support. You are having this experience because you are supporting yourself to have this experience. This is very simple. This is how you have experience. You support this experience. But in order to have the support, you have to receive the support. You're being given the opportunity to have this experience, but if you don't receive it, you don't get it. In some ways, you always receive, but is it being interfered with beliefs that are out of alignment with your actual nature? If you don't believe your eternal unconditional love, that's a belief that's out of alignment with your actual nature, and that kind of starts to shut you off from being able to receive this gift that you are trying to give yourself, the support to have an experience. So if you think you are not part of all that is, the one that is the all that is the one that is greater than you, you are not letting yourself receive the support that is your actual nature. Then you are not allowing the unconditional love that you eternally are to work through your awareness. It continues to work, but you are creating belief to shut it down. And that, dear ones, creates an unlimited number of experiences that are centered around dissonance, not resonance, but disconnect and dissonance, confusion, frustration, stress, static, not clarity, static, dissonance, frustration. And that continues then to compound and create more experiences, such as maybe times feeling a bit lost or sad or alone or disconnected, uncomfortable, unsure, maybe even a bit of lack of worth, not feeling worthy, not feeling good enough. Well, these are all experiences that are out of alignment with your actual nature, but they can only come unto you if you have beliefs that are out of alignment with your actual nature, that aren't allowing you to receive the support that you, as the eternal one that is the all that is the one, is always giving to you, to support you, to love you, to support you, to love you, to support you. So when you can receive the way you actually function, which is you are eternal, unconditional love, always giving to yourself that which you perceive yourself to be. This love that works so simply by giving to you what you perceive yourself to be. Whatever you put out as being what you are, the love that you are says, okay, this is what you are then. I'm going to support you. If you think you're this, this is what you are. I support you by bringing to you the opportunity to experience this. All of the pieces of the infinite that are necessary for you to connect the dots and experience, to have the experience that you are this, that you define yourself or believe yourself to be. I, as unconditional love, am going to bring all of these pieces together so you can have that experience that is what and who you are. So that flows through your awareness. So whatever you perceive yourself to be, think you are, believe you are, the love that you actually are is going to support you by bringing to you that experience, connecting all of those pieces, all of those dots, and then you have that experience unfold. And now this you could say is a theory or a formula. Yes, it is, however, it's just simply the way that existence functions. It's just the way it functions. It's the way you function as the one that is the all that is the one. It is the one function that functions this way and doesn't need to think of itself as functioning this way. It just is this way. It just is. This is the way I am. I am. I am. I am. Is. Existing. Supporting. And the more you accept this, the more thus then you are receiving support in this way. Being accepting of this idea I'm sharing with you allows you to receive the support in the way the support actually exists, in the way you actually exist. The more you accept these ideas I am saying to you, the more you are just allowing yourself to be in alignment with your actual eternal, unconditionally loving nature. For what you put out the strongest is what you get back and experience as the reality that is unfolding for you in this moment. You don't need to question if that is so or not. You can play around with it. You can negate it. You can say that doesn't work that way because I'm thinking that I can fly through the air, but I'm not. That is going to get you into all kinds of disconnects because you don't understand the beliefs that you have created below that. Those beliefs are holding you in this place, preventing you from actually being able to float through, to levitate. When you learn to get in touch with the beliefs that are holding you in the chair or on your bed or on your feet and preventing you from levitating, when you get in touch with those beliefs that are preventing you from doing that, you can rewrite them and then you would be able to levitate here on earth. I'm not suggesting you focus on doing that. I'm just letting you know that is the power you have with the beliefs that you have. And I'm sure most of you aren't aware of what those beliefs are that you have that are holding you, preventing you from levitating in this moment. And that, in a sense, is the way it was designed to be. Those are beliefs that are structured deeply in the DNA of Earth humans born on this planet. There are other human beings born on other planets and other solar systems within your Milky Way galaxy and the Andromeda galaxy and other galaxies where the humans can levitate because it serves that lifestyle. It serves that experience. They don't have beliefs in their DNA that hold them, prevent them from levitating. It really doesn't serve your function on Earth at this timing to be able to levitate. You have the ability in your film and theater and special effects in movies and television and your imagination to do that. And that serves at this time in terms of the collective Earth human experience. But the idea is to know you can open up your beliefs about who you are. You can tell yourself, I want beliefs that are in alignment with my actual nature. I choose beliefs that are in alignment with my actual eternal, infinite being nature, so that I am thus putting out in each moment beliefs and definitions about what's possible for me and life and all that is, that are truly going to be more and more in alignment with greatest pleasure and least pain. I am doing so. I am putting out beliefs more. And those beliefs are deeper than those that I can be aware of. I believe this, I believe that, but there are beliefs deeper than that on subconscious and superconscious levels. I am tuning into those and letting those flow into my life now, and to be the beliefs that are putting out, that are attracting this life that I am having. Through what I put out the strongest is what I get back. the thoughts I think the most and have the strongest emotions about, and I take the most actions with my conscious, my subconscious, my superconscious, my physical world, the things I do each day, those are the things that I'm putting out. Those are the things that are attracting back, tuning in what I'm getting. What you put out is what you get back. And what I am putting out, let yourself decide if you want to put these out. The beliefs and the definitions that are coming from the depths of your superconscious, your subconscious, that are going to truly be the most fulfilling, filled with the deepest sense of pleasure and the farthest from pain. Pleasure is, in a sense, that is which is closest to your actual nature. When you are experiencing life in ways that are more and more in alignment with your actual nature, you experience more pleasure. And when you are putting out ideas that are farthest away from your actual nature, you'll start getting things like stress and frustration and pain and suffering and loneliness, feeling there's something missing in your life, maybe feeling suicidal, maybe feeling like there is no hope in life. Those are closer to pain because they're farther away from your actual nature. So when you move closer to your actual nature, which your superconscious, subconscious knows what it is, your higher self, your heart wisdom knows what it is, the more joy you feel, the more expansive you feel, the closer you feel to feeling whole and complete. Nothing missing. This moment, there is nothing missing, nothing more that I need to feel fulfilled. I'm so excited. I don't need to find anything else. I don't need to search for it. I am the fulfillment. So the more you are putting out in alignment with your actual nature and that which is in resonance with your deepest, greatest pleasure and least pain, that your superconscious and subconscious knows what it is, and you are getting in alignment with that and putting out beliefs and definitions that are in alignment with that because you want to. If you want to, do this. Say that you want to. Choose to. And then give it time for that reality to start coming back to you. To start coming back to you. For you to be tuning into it. And therein, that is the proof in the sense that what I am saying works. It is in the getting the experiences back. It is in the tasting of the pudding, if you will. The proof is in the tasting, the experiencing of this. And it can take time. It can take time. It can take what you experience as time. It may not happen at the flip of a switch, at the snap of your fingers. It might, but don't have that expectation. Just decide it's going to work for you. You're wanting to function in this way. You're going to function this way. Tell yourself you are functioning in this way. You are choosing to create in this way. And that then tell yourself you are, and it is happening. It is happening. And let it unfold for you experientially in the perfect timing. Not the timing you think it should happen, in the perfect timing. Let it happen in timing. Let yourself grow into this, just as your physical human body grew from an infinite being birthed in from the mother's womb into the physical body you are experiencing yourself to be with today. Give this time to grow, because that is part of the earth human experience, having this perception of time elapse. You don't live in a human experience where you can levitate. That's a different planetary experience for those Earth humans, which you are, but perhaps you're not aware of experiencing that version of you right now. But that version of you is experiencing a human civilization on a planet where they do levitate. Perhaps it will help you if you realize that that is something you are actually doing in that version of you. You could even invite experiences of what that version of you doing that, living in that levitational civilization feels like, looks like. And perhaps if that's exciting to you, meditate on connecting to that as an experience. If it's exciting, you want to have that exciting experience. It exists, so it is possible you might be able to do that. Tune into those experiences. So you exist eternally as unconditional love, as part of the all that is the one unconditional love that is eternal that you are. And the versions that you experience of this eternal, unconditional loving being are those that you most strongly put out with the thoughts you think the most, have the strongest feelings, emotions about, and take the most actions with, have the most thoughts and think about the most actions, physical actions. You act physically as well. What you put out is what you get back. What you put in becomes the reality and experience you tune into, you live within. The ideas, the beliefs, the definitions, the actions that you put in your mind, that you choose to have in you, become the experience you live within. And this always changes, so you can always change it. And as you have experience, you are changing it. For each experience you have is the result of changes you make on these deeper levels of definitions and beliefs that you're putting out. Each moment you have a unique experience, even if it's similar to the last one, it's an experience of time passing. That happens because you're putting out little different beliefs and definitions and getting back a little bit of a different change. Sometimes you put out a bigger change and you get back a bigger change of experience. Always you can know what you are putting out the strongest by being aware of what you are experiencing in each moment. That is the reflection of what you are most strongly putting out. What you are experiencing lets you know what you are most strongly putting out. That's how you can know what you're putting out the strongest. Well, what am I experiencing? Where am I? Who else is here? What else is going on? All of those experiences are the result of you putting out the strongest energies and thoughts and beliefs and definitions, and you are getting that back. And if there's other people, or you see outside, perhaps there's weather, there's a lightning storm, or it's snowing, or it's a sunny day, you may say, well, how could I be creating the sun, or the thunder, or the lightning, or the snow? You are part of the all that is the one. All of it is you. And it is all working together to have that moment, that experience for and with you. It isn't separate from you. None of it is. It is all you. And the experience you are having is about a result of a choice. For all of those seeming separate experiences, bodies of life, things seeming to be separate, all choosing to come together and create that experience. All of those dots of experience to connect. So those other people are in your experience because, yes, what you're putting out the strongest is what you get back. And those versions of you, seemingly other people, are part of what it is you are putting out the strongest and getting back. The sun is part of what you are putting out the strongest and getting back. The intelligence within the sun is agreeing with you to have that moment, to have that experience. The sun is not a separate entity from you. It is part of you. You are part of the sun. You are the one that is the all that is the one. And the consciousness is contained within the sun, and within you are having that agreement to have that moment, to have that experience through what you are putting out the strongest. And the intelligence within the sun that is also you also is putting out what it perceives will be the most pleasurable and least painful. And let your mental, physical mind let this be so. Don't struggle with this. Don't deny this. Don't shut it down. Don't theorize it's impossible. Don't get the mathematical formulas. Don't get the physics theories and read the books. Those, again, are all limited within the construct of a realm those individuals were living within. They didn't contain the infinite theories of physics and mathematical formulas and philosophical ideas. They contain constraints and limitations. Let yourself accept what I am saying as so for you. And that then is allowing yourself to be more in resonance with your infinite actual nature. Actual nature as the infinite unconditional love that you eternally always are. Here and now is where you experience all of this. Here and now, however, is something that exists. You are the infinite existence, unconditional love. Supporting yourself and being supported by yourself. When you receive this support in alignment with the way that it is actually supporting you, you are receiving yourself in alignment with your actual supportive nature, and you will feel more in resonance with your actual nature. The intelligence contained within your actual nature then is within your awareness. And there's nothing missing. You feel there is nothing missing. You need search for nothing. You want search for nothing. You feel whole, satisfied, complete, knowing that the next moment can be very different, but still feel whole, complete, and satisfied. Life continues to flow through you in ever exciting, more pleasurable, less painful ways, fulfilling ways, refreshing ways. And in each of those moments, feeling whole and complete and satisfied, not searching for anything in a sense of a fulfillment. You feel meaning in each moment, feel your purpose fulfilled in each moment, simply because you're allowing yourself to tune into more of your real, actual nature, the one eternal, unconditional love that you actually are. You are of infinite worth, infinite value to existence. To existence, to unconditional love, your worth is infinite. Your value is infinite, eternally so. Let yourself know that this is so. So when you're out and about in public or with friends or family or people you have a difficult time getting along with, don't let their perception of your value impact your value is infinite. Know your value and worth is infinite. Know your value and worth is full of fun, playfulness, and fascination and excitement. That's all part of your infinite value. So when somebody else may be judging you because they're living in the world of limitation and separation and disconnection and competition and struggle, you are of infinite worth and value. Tune into that version of you. Accept that version of you. And what they are thinking, that illusory belief that perhaps you're not as worthy, not of much human worth or value, that just gets deflected. It doesn't even enter into your consciousness because its frequency is so different than your frequency, which is, I am of infinite worth and value. That is your frequency that is more in alignment with your actual nature. And when you resonate yourself with that understanding, other people's beliefs around you that are, I don't think he's a good person, or he's not worthy, or that bounces off of you in terms of how you experience your life here on earth. And in time, that strength of your consciousness holding your value begins to transmit off onto those other people. And they begin to take notice that there's something very different about you that fascinates them, that's a mystery to them, that they want to get in touch with, because they want to get in touch with the infinite worth and value knowingness that is their actual nature, that you are sending to them by choosing to know your infinite worth and value. Feel your infinite worth and value. They want that too because it is more in alignment with their actual nature. And that then begins to transition others into awakening, opening up. Perhaps through conversations with you, or they are then brought into resonance with others similar to you. But they were opened the door from connection with you, interacting with you through spoken words or just subtle contact, passing by you in the street and seeing you, perceiving you, being touched by your conscious energy that you transmit out in each moment. Each moment you are transmitting your conscious, your heart frequency. Your mind is sending out, transmitting, and you get back, putting out and getting back. You are unconditional love, infinitely, eternally. Your worth is infinite. Your value is infinite. You are connected to all that is. All that is connected to you. All that is contained within you. You are contained within all that is. In everything, this understanding exists. So if someone is depressed and crying and lonely and thinks there is no hope in the world, inside that energy is the knowingness of the infinite unconditional love. But that person doesn't know that, and their beliefs are out of alignment with that. They're putting out these beliefs of limitation, separation, and thus they put that out and get back the illusory beliefs that they are not worthy, that they are alone and isolated. And the unconditional love that they actually are then is supporting them with that experience, because that's what they are putting out, that they want. That's what they are putting out and thus getting back. So the unconditional love that they actually are, that exists in all things, is just supporting them by bringing to them what they want. The eternal unconditional love that you are always supports you by bringing back what you perceive yourself to be, not what it wants you to be. It gives you freedom to decide what you want to experience. It is not watching over you to see if you're naughty or nice. It is not making a list and checking it twice to see if you've been good or bad. It is simply bringing to you whatever it is you perceive yourself to be. And when you perceive yourself to be things that are limited, that are out of alignment with your actual nature, such as I am not that worthy, I am not that good, I don't amount to much, well, that then unconditional love that you actually are is just going to support you by bringing that to you. It's not going to correct you. What you will get is experiences of not feeling good, of feeling sad, of feeling lonely, of feeling isolated. That's the notification that lets you know you have a belief that's out of alignment with your actual nature. If you feel out of sorts, if you feel bad, if you feel lonely, if you feel there's something missing, you then let that be the notification. It's letting you know, like a knock on the door, you have something, that a belief that's out of alignment with your actual nature. Ask your inner heart to remove that belief, to transmute it, to transition your beliefs into beliefs that are in alignment with your actual nature, which is you exist eternally as unconditional love, as the one that is the all that is the one, and what you put out the strongest is what you get back, and everything changes. But those ideas that I just said, those never change. You always exist as unconditional love. Eternally, you do. The one is the all, and the all is the one, and you are that one unconditional eternal love that expresses and experiences itself in eternal number of infinite number of ways as the all that are the one that is the all. And what you put out the strongest is what you get back. Those three ideas never change. You can experience them here and now, or you can think they're in the past. You do that, you can think they're in the future. You can play with that idea if you want to. Those ideas are always here for you to work with, because they are how you, as unconditional love, function into the experiences you have. This is how your experiences come to be experiences, through the existence that you are. Working with what you put out the strongest is what you get back. And what you put out is this eternal unconditional love that you eternally are, that is the infinite all, that is the one that is the all. And there are an infinite number of ways to talk about this. There are an infinite number of ways you can experience and understand this and get in touch with this. So ask your inner heart, your inner guidance, your heart wisdom, your subconscious, your superconscious to help you to get into touch with these understandings of actual nature. And then tell yourself, well, I am getting in touch with these now. I am. And I'm starting to get experiences that validate, that experiences that are in tune with my actual nature. And I'm feeling better. I'm feeling more in touch with my infinite worth. I'm feeling more valuable. I'm even beginning to feel of infinite worth. That's what this joy is. That's what these tears of love flowing down my face are. I'm feeling infinitely worthy. And knowing that everybody else and everything else is infinitely worthy too, because it's all the same one existence, expressing itself as pieces of the infinite one, unconditional eternal love. I am feeling more in tune with my actual nature. And the more you do this, just know there are an infinite number of ways to feel good, to feel joy. And those ways are always changing here and now. And you can let yourself know you are, choose that you are tuning into this more. You don't need the complex mental construct of ideas and get to how to do this. Just start accepting that I am doing this more. I am more tuning into my actual nature, and I'm letting go of beliefs, of doctrines and philosophies that are out of alignment with my actual nature, that no longer serve me as a being that wants to tune in to more of the infinite unconditional love that I actually am. That is in alignment with pleasure, fun, fulfillment, excitement, nourishment. And I am feeling whole. Any and everything I ever need in this moment is right here with me. I am the all that I've ever been searching for. And thus I am no longer searching. It is always right here in this experience I am having. So whatever I am experiencing in each moment, it is filled with sense of wholeness, whole, complete. It's all here with this experience I am having. It is all right here in this moment. I am whole. I am complete. I am feeling fulfilled. And it feels fascinating. It feels beautiful. It feels enormously satisfying. This is me. I am the enormously satisfying feeling. And how I understand this or talk about this, there are an infinite number of ways to try and describe it or to describe it. And those ways are changing. And the ways are always coming to me by simply doing the most enjoyable and fulfilling things. I am aligning myself with that which will be the next most feeling whole, feeling complete experience. The next most enjoyable thing, following my heart brings me to it, to this. It's right here now, always, in terms of how I am experiencing this. Follow your heart's guidance, your heart's wisdom. This is the super consciousness that knows, sees these other versions of you, that is truly in tune with actual nature. Tuning in to those higher levels, versions of you that are feeling more of the pleasure, less and less pain. You're getting to these levels of you that have no experience of pain. And the idea of pleasure is transmuted into this idea of feeling fully fulfilled, whole and complete, comforted, secure, acknowledged, appreciated. You feel grateful and you feel life Life is grateful for you. You honor your experiences and you feel your experiences honoring you. These are all realities that are here and now of you that you can tune into. Tell yourself, ask your inner heart, your heart wisdom, tune me in to this version of me that is ever changing, but is more and more in each moment tuning in to deeper levels of feeling whole and complete and satisfied in ever changing, fascinating, exciting ways that never get old, that are always refreshing. This is always in you. Every moment you are aware of being aware. Everything in that moment you are aware of contains this ability, contains this aspect of the infinite, and therein you can access it. Tune it into you, and it will support you to feel this more. Whatever is going on in your physical world, however out of sorts or confusing or chaotic it may seem to be, or distorted or pained, or angry or warring or fighting, all of that is being possible because it contains this whole, complete, unconditional love source energy. And all of those expressions that seem to be out of sorts are just expressing those ideas because those people behind that idea are putting out limited, out of sort beliefs, illusory beliefs. And those illusory beliefs contain this unconditional love understanding. That is always at the core of all things. So those distorted, chaotic experiences that you may be seeing in the physical world around you contain wholeness, understanding of actual nature. And you can tune into those aspects of those seemingly distorted and chaotic experiences, tune into the wholeness that is at the base of those illusory experiences. And that then for you will transmute the distortions of them, the chaos of them, the pains, perceived pain within them, so that you are in a more empowered position perhaps to help people in those situations or to step out of it completely. Your heart will guide you the direction for you best to take. Each moment your heart knows the best directions for you to take. When you choose, you want to be experiencing life in the most in alignment with your actual nature directions, pathways, avenues, channels, directions of living and experiencing. Ask your inner heart to tune you into your most highest, enjoyable, fulfilling life in each moment, to put out beliefs and definitions of who you are and what's possible for you that are more in alignment with the highest, ever expanding, in tune with your actual nature, beingness. Understanding all the while that highest has no end. It is always going higher and higher. And then tell yourself you are starting to experience life in tune with this. You're growing up into this reality, just as you've grown from being a child, an infant, a toddler, a young teenager, a young adult. You're growing into this reality now. Your value is infinite. Your worth is infinite. Your value is infinite. So, as long or as short as what I have shared with you may seem to be, it is just one way to talk about this, one way to be a part of this, one way to describe this. Ask your inner heart to help you fully digest this, to fully put this together in perfect timing for you. If it excites you to be living in this way, if you think that would be closer to pleasure and farthest from pain for you. And now, and here, now, here, I am, you are, we are, together, we are. Your consciousness, my consciousness, your consciousness. There's the one consciousness that expresses itself in an infinite number of conscious ways. Our consciousness in this moment, our consciousness together, our consciousness in this moment together, our consciousness. We are one in consciousness, in existing. We are one. And in this oneness exercise, would you like to do an exercise? I'm asking a question. If you can hear me, Simon, would
Yes.
you all
Can
like
you
to
hear
do an
me?
exercise? Yes, all right.
Okay,
Exercise.
let me check in with the chat. So
Yes.
we are chat. Would you like to do an exercise? How is the resonance with you guys out there? Answer in the chat if you want. Let's do an exercise. Sure. Tom says sure. So
Sure.
there's a little time lag. Sure, another sure. Yeah, let's go. So
Sure.
yes, we have 3 people already responding. That would be great.
Very well.
Let's go.
Very well. Wherever you are, if you can, I will say a word and you simply say the word out loud. If you're in a situation or a physical location where you can't speak out loud, perhaps you just say it to yourself or whisper it, whichever environment you're in, whatever it allows you to do. So if I say a word, you say the word out loud or to yourself. If you can say it out loud, this functions more effectively to say it out loud. But if you can't, that's all right. It's much more effective to at least say it to yourself quietly within yourself than not to do it at all. It's part of the exercise, so it's your choice. So, all right. So, there is the idea, perhaps with the technicians, the internet technology, of a bit of a time lag. So I may say this a bit fast or a bit slow when I go from one word to the next. It might be a bit too slow or a bit too fast. That is all right. It will still work.
Okay, one thing, Aishwa. Can I participate loudly with you or do you
Yes.
want me? Okay.
Yes. If you want to. All right. Are we ready?
Yes.
I will begin. I will say a word and you can repeat it. If I say 2 words, you can repeat that. If I say 3 words, you can repeat that. Yes, all right. 1.
1.
We. Me.
Me.
I am.
I am.
Aware.
Aware.
Of.
This
moment now.
This moment now.
My consciousness.
My consciousness.
Is conscious.
Is conscious.
Of your conscience.
Of your conscious.
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 Aware.
Aware.
My awareness.
My awareness.
Is aware.
Is aware.
Of your awareness.
Of your awareness.
Aware.
aware,
one,
one,
now,
now,
you and me,
you and me
and you
and you
are one awareness,
are one awareness,
individually one,
individually one,
and one whole,
and one whole,
complete being,
complete being,
together.
together.
We are
We are
love,
love,
one,
one,
unconditionally.
unconditionally.
I am,
I am,
you are,
you are,
unconditional.
unconditional.
You
You
are
are
unconditional.
unconditional.
Me,
Me,
you
you
are
are
one,
one,
unconditional.
unconditional.
We are
We are
love,
love,
unconditionally.
unconditionally.
You,
I, you,
me.
you, me.
We are
We are
loving,
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 loving
together.
together.
We are
We are
loving,
loving
one,
one,
all.
all.
We are
We are
unconditional love,
unconditional love
together,
together,
always,
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 always.
one,
One,
unconditional,
unconditional,
loving,
loving
awareness,
awareness,
always,
always
together,
together,
one love,
one love,
infinite love,
infinite love,
one infinite,
one infinite,
loving,
loving.
you,
You,
you
you
are
are
loving,
loving.
you,
You,
love you,
you love you.
me love me,
Me love me.
I love me,
I love me.
me love I,
Me love I.
you love you,
You love you.
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 you love you.
You love you.
I do
I do
love you.
love you.
Love me?
Love me?
You do?
You do?
You do?
You do?
I do
I do
love you.
love you.
And
And
me love
me love
me.
me.
I love me.
I love me.
I do.
I do.
I love me.
I love me.
loving you,
loving you,
loving you.
loving you.
I do love you.
I do love you.
I love you.
I love you.
You do?
You do?
Really?
Really?
I do.
I do.
I do.
I do.
Love you.
Love you.
And
And
I love
I love
that you
that you
love me.
love me.
And
And
I love
I love
that you
that you
love you.
love you.
Love you.
Love you.
Loving you.
Loving you.
Loving you.
Loving you.
You love you.
You love you.
You really do.
You really do.
You love you.
You love you.
And me too.
And me too.
You do love me.
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 Of course I do.
Of course I do.
I always do.
I always do.
Love you and me.
Love you and me.
Loving me.
Loving me.
Loving you.
Loving you.
Loving me and loving you.
Loving me and loving you.
I love that.
I love that.
That loves me.
That loves me.
Loving you loves me.
Loving you loves me.
Loving me loves you.
Loving me loves you.
Loving us.
Loving us.
We do love us.
We do love us.
Us loves us.
Us loves us.
Us loves us together.
Us loves us together.
Love, love, love.
Love, love, love.
Love loves us.
Love loves us.
Together we love love.
Together we love love.
We love love.
We love love.
Love loves you.
Love loves you.
I love 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 me.
I love me.
I love us together as one.
Love us together as one.
The one infinite one
The one infinite one
loves us too.
loves us too.
Loves us all.
Loves us all.
All loves us.
All loves us.
In all ways.
In all ways.
Always.
Always.
Loving you.
Loving you.
Loving you, loving me.
Loving you, loving me.
Loving me, loving all.
Loving me, loving all.
Loving all.
Loving all.
All loves you.
All loves you.
You are all.
You are all.
You are all.
You are all.
All is you, loving you.
All is you, loving you.
Always.
Always.
In all ways.
In all ways.
Loving always, in all ways.
Loving always, in all ways.
This I do.
This I do.
I do this.
I do this.
I am
I am
loving me
loving me
in all ways.
in all ways.
Always.
Always.
We love me
We love me
in all ways.
in all ways.
Always.
Always.
We love you
We love you
always.
always.
In all ways.
In all ways.
Today.
Today.
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Love me.
Love me.
I do.
I do.
Love you.
Love you.
Today.
Today.
Yesterday and tomorrow.
Yesterday and tomorrow.
We love all.
We love all.
Every day.
Every day.
Any day.
Any day.
Any way.
Any way.
Every way.
Every way.
Here and there.
Here and there.
Now and then.
Now and then.
I love it all.
I love it all.
It all loves me.
It all loves me.
I am being loved.
I am being loved.
Always, in all ways.
Always, in all ways.
Feeling loved.
Feeling love.
Hearing love.
Hearing love.
Seeing love.
Seeing love.
Knowing love.
Knowing love.
Being touched by love.
Being touched by love.
In new ways every day.
In new ways every day.
Always.
Always.
In all ways.
In all ways.
We are loving beings.
We are loving beings.
We as I.
We as I.
I am we.
I am we.
We are love.
We are love.
Loving we.
Loving we.
Loving you and me.
Loving you and me.
We are.
We are.
We are.
We are.
We are love.
We are love.
We are loving.
We are loving.
We.
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 Very well. For that, then, now for 30 seconds to a minute, just relax in silence if you can. Breathe deeply at your own pace. Breathe it in deeply at your own pace and quiet. Feeling and being. All right. Oh, very well. Now, you want to come back into the room, and if you want, then perhaps some questions, if that's what you'd like to do, or would you like to take a break at this time, Simon?
I'm very good. There are some questions that came in for sure. Some people having multiple questions, some people one question, and I can start by reading one question per person, and then if it's time, we can go to the second questions of the same persons. So
Oh,
that,
right.
yeah, let's do it.
Yes.
Okay. Unless you want a break, or
Hey,
Sean needs a break, or both of you are fine.
we are fine.
Okay, nice. Okay, so let me start from the top. Question. I will read it exactly how it is. I'm not going to reframe it, even though my personal ego structure maybe would. Okay, how can we deeper connect with our Yael brothers and sisters? How can we deeper connect with our Yael brothers and sisters is FIPS 7 question.
Thank you. Yes. So, along the lines of this exercise we were just doing, in a sense, you can imagine that you are having it with your YahYel brothers and sisters. So, in a quiet meditative time and space, you would sit, surround yourself the idea of unconditional love. Imagine it's flowing within you and around you. It always is, but imagine it brings it into your awareness to feel it more. Invite the feeling of being supported in nurturing ways. Invite feeling. Invite thoughts. Invite the energy of feeling deeply loved, feeling deeply supported, feeling deeply nurtured, feeling deeply cared for, feeling deeply appreciated, and invite that you are appreciating on deep levels, that you are supporting the infinite on deep levels. You can tell yourself you are. Perhaps you start to feel more that you are. And then that is like a preparation. And then you express your desire to connect with YahYel family, that for you in that moment would be the most touching, the most meaningful and fulfilling in that moment, in that sit down and meditative time. For it can change from one day to the next if you were to do this on multiple days and times. So each time, ask that you are connecting to a YahYel family member that in that moment is the most appropriate and fulfilling and deepening for you, loving for you, and for that YahYel individual. And then allow yourself to relax into that moment. Give yourself about 4 or 5 minutes of meditative quiet time. It's okay if some thoughts come up. Just focus on the idea that you are in the space of communication with a YahYel family member. Be aware that that's the space you have created for yourself in this time. Let that be the intent of what the 4 minutes or 5 minute time period is going to be about. You being aware with your intention to communicate with a YahYel family member in a way that is deepening and nurturing and loving for both of you. Educational. Let yourself sit in that space, in that energy that you have created. And then allow yourself to receive whatever comes through. That you have done this, you have built the communication module, if you will, the chamber of communication, a channel for this to occur. And that is an important part, an important step. It isn't the only way, but this is a way to do it consciously at this time that can be helpful, supportive. Sit in that space for 4 or 5 minutes, knowing you have created this like a bubble around you, like as far as you can reach your hands out, like a bubble, a sphere around you of this communicative energy. It's a frequency, and it transmits out, transmits in with this understanding, this desire, this intention, and the loving energy, the appreciation you feel and the appreciation you have, the gratitude you feel and the gratitude that you have, that you expressed at the beginning when you started this. Sit in that space, in that bubble, 4 or 5 minutes. Be aware of whatever comes into you. You might want to write something down. If you have a voice recorder, you might want to speak something. You might, in your mind's eye, have images and visual images. You might want to take a note of those. If you can draw them, you can draw them, put them down on paper. If you feel energies that are neutral or uplifting for you, let those energies flow through you. It could be part of your physiology is adjusting to the frequency of communication coming to you from the YahYel family member. If you start to feel a bit hot or something physiologically is out of sorts, you can just say that. I'm feeling too much heat in my back of my neck or wherever. Tone down the energy. It's coming in too hot or too fast. Soften it. If it doesn't stop, just, okay, I need to take a break. It's coming in too hot and too fast. And then just open your eyes and maybe get a drink of water or something. And you can do this again another time, maybe a half hour later or the next day. Your body's adjusting, it's getting acclimated to the frequencies of communication coming to you from the YahYel family member and those beings within you and your higher self that are working to facilitate the communication connection. So do it. This is a very integral way to go about this. And it is a way, the more you sit down with this intention to do this, that it affords the opportunities to start to grow, to manifest, so then it begins to really take shape and form for you. So you begin to really have tangible results. It's not just having sat in that energy for 4 or 5 minutes, wondering if anything happened. You begin to really get some feedback, whether it's a feeling or a download of thoughts or understanding and knowledge or images, pictures, or you were recording it, you were speaking something, perhaps of your own thoughts, or words just flow through you, you channeled. Yes, you can speak, you can write, you can draw, or you can just feel the energy. So the more you step into this intent to communicate in this way, the more it begins to truly manifest for you. It's a process of building the connection. Not necessarily something you just say you want it and it happens instantaneously. Or you sit down and do this exercise once and it happens the first time. Know that it can happen. Decide that you would enjoy it happening. Have fun and fulfillment when you sit down to do this type of exercise for 4 or 5 minutes. You can do it once a day, once a week, once every other day. You can do it once every hour, however often you want to. The more you engage with it, generally, the faster this builds. The communication networks get connected. So that is one way that you can have a growth of communication with the YahYel family. Thank you for the question.
Thank you for that answer. So let's go on. There's DGM Serious, and I'm quoting, "Greetings, my dear friends. This is Joel. My sister has a 7-year-old autistic son who currently reacts violently to even the slightest resistance. How can we help him develop more sustainable coping strategies?"
Thank you. Yeah. So the idea for you is to accept that this is an expression of you as an exercise in a sense. This is an expression of you. Have immense deep love for this aspect, this expression of you, as perhaps you already do. Nurture this aspect of you in every way possible, imaginable, as perhaps you already are doing. Invite suggestions to come through, new ways, new ones come from your higher self, that this autistic 7-year-old, this version of you, would like you to be aware of. Imagine this individual has the ability to communicate with you on deeper levels. Ask that you can tune in to these levels of communication. Perhaps come through from this person to you through your higher self, your inner heart, in a sense. So ask that this line of communication open up. Now, I just gave the example of how to connect to YahYel family member. You can employ the same technique, the same exercise with this aspect of you, this individual, that has autism that you've asked about. You can form another way of communicating to this one by utilizing this technique I have spoken of, the idea of how to connect to YahYel family. So it really comes down to you're the one that's there with this individual, not I. So it is all more about you really developing and knowing you can develop a line of communication. Lines, multiple different lines of communication that have yet to find you. This is one way you ask this question. You are looking for other ways. You found another way of finding ways to help. I am giving you this suggestion of this technique as another way. So you are beginning to get answers, finding new ways. Now it's up to you to employ them, to do this. Yes. And this can help this individual who is an aspect of you, another expression of you. So think of this individual as an aspect, an expression of you, loving expression of you. You can communicate with. Employ this technique, give it 4 or 5 minutes to develop a new way of communicating. For this individual can communicate with you on these other levels. It may be a different type of communication. It may be different to you. It may come in pictures, it may come in stories. But having this other level of communication will help this individual, will help this individual's experience of life. Yeah, so thank you for that question.
Thank you for the answer. And Pips also posted in the chat. Thank you very much. So let's go on. There's 3 questions of Mary Colonia. I'm going to pick one, and that is, I'm quoting, what and where is the next big event we can expect?
Big event. There is a concert they are having this evening at the Performing Arts Center, 3 miles from where the channel is communicating to you right now. It is a musical concert. It's a big event. Lots of people have purchased tickets to go to it. But I can't tell you if there's going to be any spaceships landing on the stage. So, do you suppose, Simon, that is the type of event she's asking about?
Well, like I told you, I'm not gonna interpretate it, if I can say it that way. And I will just quote, but yes, I would have reframed that question, and most probably she's referring to an event for us Earth humans that will be in connection with revealing of extraterrestrials, or in a
Oh, right.
or
Let's
in a
go with
change
that.
of or a change of consciousness that is recognizable as in an idea of awakening.
Oh, okay, let's go with the extraterrestrial idea as a big event. Each moment is a big event. So that's one way of answering the question. Every moment of awareness is a big event, beautiful event, a fantastic event, filled with opportunities of discovery in every event, whatever is going on in your physical world around you. Each moment contains the infinite, with an infinite, ever changing number of experiences being expressed. Each moment is a fascinating event. And when you put that out, you start getting back that experience that, yes, this moment contains so many fascinating, wonderful events. All right, so that is one answer. And that is more in alignment with how those in the YahYel world of my YahYel civilization experience life. And that every moment contains fascinating events. We never have to go searching or waiting or wondering, when will the next event be? We don't have to ask about it. We know each moment of awareness contains an unlimited number of wonderful, fascinating events. So that's something you can consider being aware of and mindful of and invite into your experience. That for you, each moment that unfolds from here on out, perhaps for you, is filled with fascination. So, back to the idea of, to be more specific, is when's the next extraterrestrial event unfolding on Earth? Something that I allow myself to do is to not give those kinds of statements about when the next. Predicting is not something that I bring forth. As fun as it can be to ask and to receive an answer for when's the next, can you predict for me? I understand the excitement in that, but it is not something I do. I do not then bring forth to say, oh, it will be here or there. I can say it is still highly probable that those on your earth will begin at some point start to remember their connection to the YahYel civilization. For you all on earth have in your DNA YahYel DNA. And it is through this connection, not only through that connection, but it is with that and other connections that you are able to begin to remember who we are. Not as somebody passing by in space in a spacecraft, but as family members you've had wonderful experiences with, in lifetimes you've enjoyed immensely. So memories of those experiences, more of you on Earth are going to start to have, in very interesting, unusual ways. And those will all be events, you could say, related to extraterrestrial and YahYel family, that will be very event-filled, very eventful for those individuals as they unfold for them. in timings that will be in perfect timing appropriate for each of them, in different timings from one to the next. So it won't be the same time that it happens. There will be this opportunity then, as more of you have this experience, also a recognition of when another event could unfold, which would be arrivals of our spacecrafts at locations that those who will remember who we are will know where and when it's going to happen. And yet, those will be very eventful events as well. But the actual time and place has not yet, in a sense, been put on your calendar, so to say. And for that reason, I do not give an actual day and time. I know that it is very flexible and fluctuating when it actually will happen and unfold. And therefore, I will let the day and time determine itself by those events actually occurring. And therein, when they do occur, that then is when that event will happen. So that is for me how I will answer. In this ever varying, changing, fluctuating experience of the future unfolding into the present in the ways that it does. So that is my prediction in a very, perhaps for some of you, unpredictable answer. Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you. I will. Do you have time or space or excitement or whatever it is for two more, at least two more
Yes.
questions? Then I would put one first. I'm trying to go by order, but it kind of connects to what you just said. So Tom Badil is asking, on May 16th, there will be a crown chakra activation in Scotland, Stirling, at the King's Knot. There were already a lot of crazy synchronicities. What do you feel about it?
Sounds like there's a great deal of excitement behind this on some level. And I enjoy hearing of those in any and all worlds that are tuning in, looking forward to an exciting unfoldment. May it be all that you dream it up to be, fulfilling for you in whatever way it presents itself to you. Yes, thank you for the question.
Because what you have explained in the question before, that can help Tom to know why you are not fully answering that as Aishwa. Ne? Okay.
Well, and there
Yeah.
are an unlimited number of wonderful experiences that can occur on Earth with Earth humans at any given moment. And while this then May 16th is one he's identified and asking about, there may be several others who are focused in on it. And that focus creates a group consciousness, a group amplification of energy that can then swell off into other people, receive that transmission. And if it is of an energy vibration that is exciting them, they will perhaps jump on board, so to speak, to become more a part of that potentially more pleasurable, less painful experience. And that can build excitement and build the number of people involved and create more of a potential for it to manifest in the ways or the mysterious unknowingness ways that they perhaps perceive it and what it could be in a sense. And then there are those other places and times people have ideas something may happen and there's just a few people that get on board and not enough sufficiently for it to manifest in a large public awareness way. So there are variations into how these experiences and events can unfold. But that is something that I do feel the excitement in it and wish all the best of enjoyment in it, that it unfold in fulfilling ways. for those who are tuning into it and manifesting it in whatever capacity they are, which I am not tuning into the ways and the numbers of people. And for it is, you could say, a bit distant on the horizon for my energetic, you could say, antenna to pick up on at this time. That does not mean it is no more or less potentially exciting in its impact and revelations as it occurs in the way perhaps it may. Thank you.
Thank you. Let me jump in that really fast because it's my excitement. So the Yael are not planning so far from the moment you are speaking to us to be part of this May 16th event. I know it can change, but would that be estimated correctly that it's also on the Yael side of view, not that dominant, far on the horizon, or is that something that Aishua as an individual doesn't have so close on his horizon?
Aishua, yes.
Okay.
Understand there are a variety of YahYel civilizations. If some of you are aware of that or not, there is not just one YahYel civilization. You have on Earth a variety of cultures, a variety of civilized individuals with different cultures and different ways of living, in a sense. You have people who are European, you have Americans, you have Australians, you have a variety of people, cultures, ways of life. YahYel are similar in that. Yes, you have people of Earth who have their way of living. You have people from other planets who have their way of life. YahYel have different YahYel. You have different Americans. Let's say in America, let's go back to Europe in a sense, because Simon is in a country that is in Europe. So in Europe, you could understand you do not all, while you are all Europeans, you do not all have the same ideas and the same approaches. Different culturally, you are, in a sense. You do have some similarities. So there are YahYels who have similarities, but they are from, you could say, different countries, in a sense, different solar systems, different regions in the galaxy, different galactic origins, in a sense, as well. So it's a little bit like that. And just as there are those in one country in Europe that can have quite different approaches and ways of life each day that are different from those in another European country, there are those from one YahYel system that are quite different from others in a YahYel system. So, from where I am in my YahYel world, it is something that I haven't that close a connection to this May 16th event, but there may be some another YahYel, you could say, civilizations that are very much tuned into it. There may be some in my civilization that are very tuned into it, just as you may have people in your city that are very tuned into an event that's going to start in an hour from now that you will not hear about at all. So there is that as well. You follow that idea?
Yes, I do, and that clarifies some things for sure. Very nice. Thank you for
Thank
that insight.
you.
Okay,
Yes.
Tom is responding first of all, thank you. And he says, I also wanted to share the excitement a little, but thanks for talking about this eventful event.
Thank you.
Okay, let's have the last question from somebody new, a different person. That would be Rosanna Shirley, and I'm quoting, Hi, what can you tell us about the feline? Are the Yael connected with them?
There are connections, variety, yes. I'm not aware of them all, but it is, you're asking perhaps I'm aware of. There are human, feline. They are, in a sense, the region, those that I am aware of. Just to say, in your galaxy, they have a solar system that has several planets. They are a variety of intelligences, physicalized, humanoid, and also those that you are familiar with as cats, four-legged cats, pets on Earth. They coexist on some of these planets. Those who are you could say, more humanoid and yet contain a great deal of a feline energy, which is more like the cats in your world. These human felines have sensory capacities to see dimensionalities that Earth humans typically do not pick up on, but they see their pet cats behaving and looking at things where there seems to be nothing, but the cats pick up on it. And so these human felines, if they were there in the room next to you and your pet cat, they would see things that the cat sees. And they would be able to tell you what it is the cat is looking at in most instances, because they see on those dimensionalities too. So that is a human feline coexisting in an area of your galaxy, planets in a solar system, where the cat's four-legged and two-legged human felines coexist. And they are able to communicate at great lengths, very connected in that way. Some Earth humans can connect to their Earth pet cats and have some language, some conversation on some forms of language. Not to say that the cat is speaking in spoken words, but more of a telepathic form, a feline form of telepathic communication. Some Earth humans are able to tune into that. So that is a little bit about those feline humans that I am aware of and have contact with, a relationship with their way of life. And it is quite humorous to see the cats in your world doing what they do best, which is experiencing those forms of life around them that many Earth humans have no idea even exist. It is quite humorous to see the Earth humans wondering what the heck is their cat looking at. It's quite humorous, but understandable all the same. Because again, Earth humans aren't really tuned into those levels of expressive, those forms of life, dimensions that they coexist with and just haven't yet learned, and may more in the future learn to recognize, but not really necessary at this time. But it can be a fun form of life expressions to coexist with consciously. In time, more of you may develop that aptitude that your four-legged pet cats have already, and that the two-legged humanoid felines also have. So thank you for that curiosity and question, that
Thank
I
you
may share that with you. Yes,
for
thank
that
you.
answer. Thank you. Thank you. No, there would be more questions, but now if there's space excitement, then I would jump in one more time. How do you feel? How is Sean the body doing?
Yes, very well, as you wish.
Okay, so I there were four questions that came up. I'm not asking them all, and at the end now, feeling you again, Aishwa, because I participated in some channelings, as you know, where I was physically present in Sean's energy field and therefore present in the channeling ball that was created, the bubble. And it's great to connect to you again and feel you and your present and who you are and the energy you admit and that's coming through in this form and this channeling. So I think the most resonant question that could also be interesting for many of us that I came up with would be, if you have manifested your body on our earth physical reality, and if so or if not, it doesn't matter so much, but what would be something that you would be most excited in your current now state to experience on our planet? And then what is something that you would like to show us Earth humans from your way of perceiving reality the most? Is this something you can answer, you can dive into?
Yes, so if I was to just suddenly be present on your planet, I would then follow my feeling, wisdom, heart level in terms of what I would do, where I would go in that time I was available on Earth. I have been on Earth, yes, what you would think of as your past, your present, your future in a sense. And it is a little different than you might think how that would work or how that could be, what that would look like. It is something for me to have observed certain times in history and to see how certain things unfolded. It is then now, if I was to be in a, let's say, a specific objective to come to Earth, there would be a reason, a specific objective. Then I would arrive on Earth and carry out that objective, whatever it was that I was, in that sense, brought forward as a task, as a endeavor, as a action to carry out. There are times where it is necessary to come to Earth at different times for certain reasons, for observation, for to gather information. This is, in for me, in every instance, it is an environmental, in almost every instance, an environmental activity. Arrive on Earth to gain measurements and observations of a particular aspect of the environment on Earth, to understand directions and situations and circumstances that are occurring and unfolding on Earth environmentally. So that is then something when I would be engaged on coming to Earth for that specific task, to gather, to study, to observe environmental circumstances and situations. So it is a bit like a scientific survey, but it is environmentally involved. That is primarily when I come to the Earth. But again, if I was just then to be brought upon Earth with, let's say, a free ticket and to just float around, I would follow my heart in terms of where I would go and what I would do. It is in that, while doing that, I know I would be enjoying the experience, whatever was going on, whatever I was being guided to follow my heart to do. I know I would be appreciative of that life that was around me, the earth life, most of which would have no awareness of my presence. But for those who did know, I would be in great gratitude for their presence and, in a sense, for their invitation on deeper levels to have me be with them in whatever way the interaction was unfolding, to be in appreciation and gratitude for them, to have invited me, and to know that they would feel that appreciation and gratitude. And so it is then, to answer the next question, that an Earth human can more feel the appreciation and gratitude that life has for them, would be, I would say, more of a YahYelian trait that I think Earth humans will benefit from, and that many of you are finding ways to develop on your own because you're following your inner guidance, and it happens, in a sense, naturally. To be more open to your appreciation that you have for the life you have, for the environment you live in, for the other forms of life you experience. So many of you appreciate that and don't know you appreciate it, so you don't feel it. So to allow yourself to feel the appreciation for life that you do always have, so that then you feel as though you do have the appreciation. It's already there, but to appreciate it more. And in that, you get back life appreciating you, because when you put out that you appreciate life, you get back life appreciating you. So the more you feel yourself and are aware of appreciating life on earth, the more you get life on earth and you feel appreciated by it. And that works to embrace your day every day, to support you in every way every day, to feel appreciated, and to know you can feel your appreciation for others is a very deepening, foundationally wonderful way of living life in each moment. So, did that answer your question?
Yes, it did answer my question. My suspicion was you would be riding an elephant and you would like to show us a multicolored rainbow, maybe from your Yael world, or an animal that you enjoy. But yes, that was great. I could really understand, I think, for myself, that when you enter, let's say, Gaia's consciousness, that you also become a little bit maybe more mental orientated and become interested in more scientific ways of becoming yourself. So that made totally sense, that when you connect more with our version of planet Earth, that you also start to maybe get a little bit more in the mental space, since we humans love to experience that mental space maybe a little bit more than the Yael do. So it was very interesting to hear that perspective from you, Aishua. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. And perhaps there are rainbows with elephants climbing over the tops of them, even as we speak.
Yes. Nice. Okay. So I will just keep going until you tell me not to do so anymore. So Mary Colonia had two more questions. I will start with the more maybe joyful one. That would be, I'm quoting, "Do you find certain races or individuals ugly?"
Not ugly in the way that typically an Earth human experiences that idea or thinks that idea. There are those that are very, you could even say, confusing at first. Mm, you could say disorienting, perhaps. Mm, yes, that happens. But there is always an acceptance of that which we encounter, that to us is valid. And often I perceive Earth humans think of something, not in every instance, but often to say, let's say someone says that person is ugly, like they look like they're not worthy. They just don't have as much worth as a human because of their physical appearance. Not that she's asking it in that way, just saying that is one way I could look at how Earth humans, some of them do, use the word that person is ugly in the sense that they physically are just of less value. That then is not anything that would come through a YahYel in my civilization's way of experiencing that word. But in terms of confusing and unfamiliar and curiosity and disorientation, like what am I looking at? That could happen in that capacity. Thank you for the question.
So you would still be surprised yourself by other life forms you
Oh, yes,
encounter.
this
Yeah.
happens. This occurs, certainly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And let me try to get into one more thing, even though it might not be in resonance for this here and now. But as we understand by now, our friend Bashar has shared that disclosure is also part of things coming from the government or instances of the governments or secret governments or whatever it is. So the idea is that since Roswell or before, that we have been studying ETs, reversed engineered craft, and been in contact for a long time with extraterrestrials, and that will now this year will be released. So my question here would be, are the Yael that you can perceive that you are a part of, these country Yaels you have stated that you have a connection with, are they part of this? Will they be revealed? Can you speak on that also in that type of disclosure? Or this end, are the Yael more involved in creating contact with individual groups that have nothing to do with the government disclosure? Is this something you can comment on? Or
More
is
the
it this end
latter.
that,
We are
yeah.
involved with interacting with individuals individually, and sometimes a group of individuals that have a connection. So the idea, the governmental interaction is not a part of my Yael's interactions with your political governmental institution. So, yes, it happens internally, organically, through individuals' heart wisdom, in a sense, is how the YahYel that I am with interact with Earth humans in terms of what Earth humans begin to understand, and in that sense are disclosure, in a sense, just a sense of reawakening, remembering is what I am in the YahYel in my civilization are facilitating the remembering, the reawakening to your connection to us. And then after you reawaken to your connection to the remembering of what that was like and how wonderful that is, how that felt. For there are, you could say, experiences on other planets that you are having, even as I speak, that are with the YahYel, that you are in, that is a part of you in a sense. So as Earth humans begin to let down this idea that what they're experiencing now is the only version of them, the only version of them that they can matters, I'll share with you that in each moment, your awareness has the awareness of more than just this Earth human you. There's at least one other, you could say an extraterrestrial version of you's consciousness that you have flowing through your awareness. And some might call that a spirit guide or guardian angel. So there is then the idea of through that connection, also through that connection, the disclosure occurs through the YahYel that I am with, working through that way. And it's not so much disclosure again as it is awakening, activating. The activation allows for the awakening, like a reawakening, because you've had these experiences on these other dimensionalities simultaneous to this current one. And then the remembering what those experiences are, were in the past, and are in the present, and some future as well. So it is all very deeply, deeply that it unfolds from this idea of disclosure. The activating the connections that you have, the awareness, the understanding that then you begin to awaken and reawaken, and are then, you could say, remembering. Remembering to other members of your family. Members of your family you're reconnecting to. Remembering, reconnecting to members of your family. Remembering the memories you've had with other members of your beingness. Remembering after the activation and the awakening and reawakening. And you could call that disclosure. Yes. Does that answer the question?
Yes, that totally answers the question. And for me, that was something that I was curious about, because the way I perceived the Yael and Marcus version of the Yael, I also suspected that the vibrations don't match from those two versions of interacting with ETs, and that the Yael would not really be part, as at least those Yael that are being known through Marcus and the Yael through Aishwa, that they would be so vibrationally different than to have it come through that type of disclosure, if that makes sense. So it was,
Yes, and
yeah.
understand just as you have variety of individuals in your world with different ideas, some of them come forward with ideas that are, you could say, hidden. They present themselves to have one idea they're presenting, but they actually have a different idea. You could call a hidden intent. So there are perhaps some of those in your world who say they are bringing forth information from this civilization or that civilization, and they may intentionally be trying to pull the wool over your eyes, so to speak, to create disinformation, you could say, to get you off the path, in a sense. So there are those in your world who do that intentionally, and there are some who don't know they're doing that. They don't realize they're part of a misinformation consciousness. And that happens in your world. But as more of you connect to your heart, then your heart, wisdom, and intelligence will inform you when those kinds of things are happening. You could even say scams, something like a scam. So that happens. And some people claim to be bringing forth YahYel information or information from Arcturian or Pleiadian, and they're just making it up. Or they're being misinformed and they are with best intent bringing it forth, not realizing it's not actually coming from a different source. So, as with all things in all times, it's important to stay and connect with your heart wisdom, your heart intelligence, and not just listen to what other things are being said, especially thrown about in media, on television, on the internet, in newsprint, and so on and so forth. For those are sources often that can be misinformation, whether intentionally or unintentionally. They can be misguided and misguiding, whether intentionally or unintentionally. So those then are often sources of those types of disconnected ideas, and some of them can be very popular and spoken of with great popularity, distributed across many channels of your media, online and televised, politicized, religiousized, but they can be quite misinforming. Important it is, important it be, to be in tune more with your inner knowledge, your inner heart's wisdom. That then will prevent you from being misguided in these ways. You won't fall for the scam, so to speak. Do you understand that?
Yes, Aisha, thank you so much, because I think the answer you gave, from my human perspective as Simon, is very deep and something to really ponder about and really take serious, and really have um, that courage to dive deep in oneself, to really get connected better to things like intuition, or like you call it also the heart energy center, because there I think we can always find the truth. And it's not so much about truth or misinformation maybe, but we can find that heartfelt resonance field that we can identify more and more as being truthful, joyful, or more like maybe densifying. So now everything that is filtered through our heart and gives resonance, and we immediately feel positive or expansive, that we can use that as a navigation in the upcoming times to discern for us where we want to go. And so I think your answer was really, really great to point out again, to not get maybe caught up so much by sensation, but really dive deep and be authentic to what really resonates with the heart and go along those lines. So thank you so much for that answer.
Thank you, yes, for your sharing as well.
Okay, so there would be one more question from Mary Colonia, the third one. Is our, again, it's a lot of space for interpretation. Is our earthly family the same as the non-physical family?
There are non-physical members who are always with the earthly family. So in that sense, you could say the same. Those are, you could say, lifetime spirit guides, guardian angels, that will stay with a human being throughout their physical life. Each of you has, you could say, spirit guide, guardian angel, that is with you from birth till you transition out of your physical earth human body. In that sense, you could say they are the same family. Each of you has this. And some of you have multiple of them, yes? And some of those beings have been physical earth humans in other lifetimes, these spirit guides, these guardian angels. Some of them have not ever had a lifetime on earth. And so in that sense, could be seen as the same. Is my answer the same idea as the question she was asking about sameness, do you think?
Yeah, it could be. It's very hard to interpret that.
Oh,
And
very well.
yeah, is our earthly family the same? Because you can see that from so many perspectives, right?
Yes.
So you can answer that in very very many ways, and it would all be make sense, I think. So maybe that was exactly the answer she needed, or she was hoping to get. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Very well.
Okay. So that would be it, I think, for now. I mean, I could always come up with more questions if you want to be a
Oh,
little
I'll
bit
step
more.
aside.
Yes.
Bring Sean back.
Yes, I think so too. So yeah, it's been so great. Thank you for being here for us, for being who you are, and interacting with us and sharing all your knowledge. It's so helpful. Everything you did today really was rising the vibration, and I felt that Marcus coming in, talking a little bit about this year, what we can maybe expect, and then you giving like the actual shower for raising the vibration and letting us know to step out of the mind and get into feeling, and really incorporate what you always say, not just understand it from a mental state, but really start living it. I think it was great. It matched so nicely. I want to thank you from all the participants as well, from my heart, and I hope we can do that again. Thank you, Aishua.
Yes, thank you. All right, I'll step aside. Been wonderful interacting with you, Simon, and Marcus Samu LLE, and for all of you who are here in the chat, enjoying interacting with you on levels of consciousness, deep connections with each and every one of you. Much love to all of you, always in all ways. Okay, how'd it go?
First answers are coming through. First people being thankful. That was truly impressive. Thank you both so much for your effort in making this possible. Yeah, there's still 8 people here. So Yeah, I'm guessing almost everybody went all the way. And yeah, for me personally, I was drifting and dreaming and drifting and coming back and really connecting with Aishwa and then trying to see if the stream is still going and then like shifting between the worlds and I could really connect to his energy. And it was amazing how when we did the exercise, how I had visions in front of my third eye, how that is something that would almost be something they would have a class in school, to have all these voices of I love me, I love you, we love we, because that is what the unconscious always does, right? The source, it's always telling us that, and to verbalize that and put that out and have it as an echo, not just in the mind and then physically. I think it's very beautiful, and I think it's something that the Yael do a lot, to meet in circles and just affirm that all the time, and that programs in a sense the consciousness to constantly replay that for us. That's
Yeah.
something I was getting, but I have no idea if that is true or not. But that for Simon was all of a sudden making a lot of sense, to if you get taught that from birth, right, and sing that or have this mantra or whatever all the time, I think you can function way differently than we Earth humans do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how are you
Excellent.
now? Still
Coming
back
back.
slowly? Yeah.
Yeah. We the exercise game was great. We
We.
we
Yayelitos.
Are you gonna? You want to take a break, or you call it? I guess it's 3 hours. I think I
Yeah, we good.
gotta get going.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah, your day is starting, ours is ending, but yeah, depending on
Oh, right,
who's
it's
here.
midnight there. A little after
Yeah,
midnight.
exactly.
It's one after. It's 1:10 here.
Yeah.
In the afternoon.
Okay.
1:09.
So let me just end it for officially on.
Thank you, everybody.
On
Enjoyed connecting with
Twitch.
you in the ways we did.
That was
Much
it.
love to you all.
Thank you for everybody watching it later on YouTube, and we will try to keep you updated on YahYel.space and Facebook, YahYel events. And if we do something like this again, there's also a Discord server that you find on YahYel.space. So keep an eye on that if me and Sean decide to do something again. Or if you're interested in my channelings in German. And Sean, your website, something you want to say, how people can find you or contact you?
Oh, well, sure. I'll type it in here.
Yes. I think you also offer private channelings if people are interested in connecting with Aishwa one-on-one. Is that still going? Am I saying
there's
something correctly?
Two websites there. Aishwa.com and SeanSwanson.com.
Perfect.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Check it out.
Yeah. Nice.
I think my both of those have links to my YouTube channel.
Nice.
And I put a video up on YouTube like one a week. Yeah.
Okay.
Something. Yeah,
Thank you.
It's a lot of good.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Gillar Madrid, Midifrar, Hinen, Kerlas Vikami, Gort Jordan Alrandon.